Hello, everyone. This is Mellisa Dormois with Soulful Adventures, and thank you for joining me today. As you know, I wanted to do more of these podcasts, and I see from your comments that something that is particularly of interest to a lot of you is financial mindfulness. So, being financially mindful, that's what we're going to talk about today, and we're going to do some affirmations as well closer to the end. But I really want to share this with you because actually I happen to love living financially mindful. I have been studying finance and everything that goes along with that for probably 25 years because I really believe that it's an important topic and that we aren't necessarily taught what we need to be taught as kids or as teenagers. And it's not in our schooling system. We're more so taught to, go into debt for everything, right? And we're clearly at a place in the Earth's evolution that we're tired of the game. We're tired of feeling like we're financial slaves to the system, and we want to get out of that. But how can we do that without feeling like we're giving up everything, or without feeling overwhelmed by just the sheer idea of sitting down and actually looking at everything that we have to do? But it is important that we get a handle on this, and I want to encourage you because I want to tell you that it's really not as difficult as it appears to be. It's kind of like when we have something to do and we keep procrastinating on it, but then actually once we just sit down and do it, we're like, oh, this wasn't so bad after all. So today, our topic being financial mindfulness. I really hope you enjoy this. And if you do, and you want more talks like this from me as I share my own interests and my own passions and love for things like this and different, life improvement things that I really enjoy, that I focus a lot of my time on. I met a new friend the other day, and we were out having dinner, and she's like, what are you into? What do you love to do? And she doesn't really know about my business or anything like that. And I said, well, I do have my business. I'm an author, and I love meditation. I love helping people learn to meditate, to use hypnosis. Basically, I'm all about self-improvement. And she's like, okay, that's awesome. That's really cool. She asked a few questions about that. And beyond that, what do you do in your free time? And I thought, well, I'm out in nature. I plant a lot of things. I have a food forest going in my yard for the last year and a half. And that takes up a lot of time and energy, but I love it. And I've totally just, really, being in nature is one of the most beautiful experiences you can have. And I don't think living in a city for so long, growing up in the city, I really never realized that a little patch of yard isn't it. But actually being in nature, being out kind of away from technology and just tuning in, tapping into the strength of the trees, the beauty of the flowers, the plants. I mean, it's amazing, but that's for another talk. Anyway, I told her, I said, I spent a crazy amount of time on spiritual development, on self-development, personal development, and spiritual development. I mean, I always have a spiritual book in my hand. I'm always reflecting and trying to live at the highest level that I can live. I'm always working on being non-judgmental. I'm always working on, allowing other people to just be who they are and just embracing that moment and living in joy. I don't think I'm the only one out there who we look at other people and we say, oh, well, they just need to do this or they just need to do that. But in reality, each one of us is at a different place, right? We're all growing. We're all going to get there. And I think one of the most beautiful turning points for me is just having that feeling of allowing in my heart and of acceptance. So I love to grow spiritually. I love to be constantly working on something. I believe it keeps our minds fresh. It keeps us young. It keeps us engaged in life and feeling hopeful and feeling grateful about every single day that we wake up. We are here to have an amazing experience on planet Earth, and we are co-creators. So if you're not experiencing the life that you want to, make a plan. Figure out what you don't like and then implement things So you do love it. So you do have joy. So you do feel abundant. So you do feel love. So you feel amazing to wake up every single morning. You have gratitude and you live in a place of joy. That is what New Earth is all about. That is what's happening. The raising of the consciousness of the planet, living in joy. And even though you know this other stuff is going on, right? You don't have to live in hell because of it. You don't have to. You can make other choices. That's why we have free will. So, financial mindfulness being a choice that you are making that you want to know more about, which is amazing. So, number one, let's start out with a couple of different things. Having a budget. So you got to sit down, plain and simple. This is very black and white. This is very, very 3D experience. Create a budget. Know what your income is. Know what your expenses are. This is actually pretty fun, even though, some people might not want to look at it. I know sometimes it's hard when you're like, I'm so far behind or something like that. But no, really sit down, look at what you're making, look at what you're spending, account for these things, create the budget, set financial goals for yourself. So what do you want in the future? Do you have debts to pay off? A lot of you know about Dave Ramsey. He is awesome, in my opinion. He is very down to earth and will tell you like it is. But he does, he has the snowball effect. One of the plans that he does for paying off your debts, which is very easy. You start with you list all your debts, start with the smaller one, you pay it off. And once that's paid off, that same money goes right back into the next one. So you're paying more than your minimum. Okay, you're putting all of your money. I'm talking your quarters and your dimes, like everything. We think we need so much. We really don't. Honestly, there are so many free resources out there, so much to do. When we start looking at experiences, when we start looking at, going for a picnic instead of out to a restaurant, creating a picnic, you're going to put your love into creating that picnic. You're going to put your happiness and your joy into that food you're preparing. And then you're going to go out, you're going to spread your blanket down, and you're going to have a wonderful time. And you haven't spent anything. Well, besides the food, but you get what I mean. Like, you don't have to go and spend $100 at a restaurant for who knows what the food's going to be like, and then you got the tip, and then whatever. You don't have to do that. There are so many other ways to do things. Use the snowball technique to pay off those debts, to pay off those credit cards. You need to build an emergency fund. You need to have a fund for when things go wrong, when something happens, a water heater goes, or something on the car. You need to have that fund. Number 3. Thinking about your purchases, being mindful about what you're actually buying. One of the things that's a really good thing, delete the Amazon app off of your phone. When you actually have to go to a computer and log in, it takes a lot more effort. So you're not going to be as, clicky with the finger if you do that. Another thing I found was very helpful is, I think of something like, oh, I need that. So I would go put it in my cart, and then I would wait. I would close everything down, and you'll see that after you've had something in there for 3 or 4 days a week, you're like, oh yeah, I remember I wanted that so much. And, it's in my cart. I didn't buy it, but hey, that is very helpful. Avoid impulse buying. You go to the grocery store and you see something in the checkout line. Everybody knows that. But also the Amazon thing. Did you know that 75% of all American households actually have Prime? Like what? 3 out of 4 people have a Prime membership with Amazon, meaning that finger click can get you into a lot of trouble because it's going to be delivered. Sometimes it's even overnight now. 4 to 8 hours or whatever they say. I mean, that's really instant gratification, and we need to kind of unplug from that and, just really curb that impulse buying. Investing in our future is important. So we're considering, if you're in a lot of debt right now, number 1, get those debts paid off. Stop being a slave to the system. You can do it. There are ways and tricks and techniques, but you can do it. You just have to discipline yourself. There is no other way. But the amazing thing about that is, in disciplining yourself, you are going to see a new side of yourself. And it's a wonderful side. And you can play around with this and you can see like, hey, look, I can be disciplined in this. I can do this. I can choose what is important. And for me, back when I was paying off debt, I thought of it as a game. Like, how fast can I do this? How, I hunkered down and really every single cent went to paying off debt. So it's fun. You can make it a game. I love challenges and they kind of excite me, and I'm very challenge motivated. So I'm like, yes, I'm going to do this. And you can too. So you know that you have support. Get your financial education. Listen to podcasts about finances. Watch people and how they paid off debt and how they're doing it, how they're living a little bit more frugally. And you will learn the techniques and you will learn how to live a very rich life without an overabundance of material things. I mean, I see all around me, they are still building storage units like crazy. And I'm like, what the heck? A lot of people, we're trying to downsize. We're trying to look at minimalism as like, oh, you feel so much lighter when you start downsizing stuff. You could sell stuff on Facebook Marketplace, on Craigslist, on the Nextdoor app. You can sell all of those extra things, make a little extra money, put that money towards any debt that you have, and lighten your burden so you don't have all that inventory to take care of all the time. You don't have all those things to dust and keep clean and whatnot. And then you can really focus on yourself, on your spiritual life, on really feeling much more free than having all of this material stuff that's dragging you down and cluttering up your space and making you feel so heavy. So if you have never done a financial fast, I really think they're a lot of fun. I do them on a regular basis. So what I'll do is I'll like for a whole month, I'll do a financial fast where I won't spend anything except the absolute necessities. And a lot of times I really, even the quote unquote necessities like groceries, like with the pantry and with growing some things in your yard, I mean, you can make a lot of meals just going through what you already have, which is good because we don't want to be wasting food either. So a financial fast where you temporarily stop spending money on non-essential items. So really, I think if we think back to the way that maybe our grandparents lived and our great-grandparents, anything they bought, it had utility. I think that a lot of us are coming back to being very tired of fast fashion or clutter, having stuff that, we use once and then we throw it away. A lot of stuff nowadays available on the market is not very good quality. So I don't want to spend my money on that. I just don't. When I spend my money, I want it to be on something of quality that's going to last me for a very long time. And I want to be sure, number one, it's not a duplicate, that I don't have something in my house that could already serve the purpose. And number two, that I'm really going to keep it for a long time. That like I really, really need it. I'm going to use it on a weekly basis or a monthly basis or whatever. It's got to be important. So doing a financial fast is actually, it's kind of like when you do a physical fast, like an eating fast, right? Or not eating fast, I should say. But it helps you kind of reevaluate your relationship with money, or in the case of dietary fast, reevaluate your relationship with food. So it kind of resets you with a financial fast. It resets your finances and helps you gain a better understanding of your relationship to money. One of the big things for me is I like to do the financial fast because then it kind of reins me back in if I find myself like spending too much. And then I'm like, well, why am I doing this? And it's kind of like habit, right? We just kind of default back into that buying because we're raised in a culture where everybody's buying everything, like even if you're broke, you still want those $300 pair of shoes. Well, like why? Who are we trying to impress? We won't really need that stuff. If you want it, fine. But, look at your finances and look at things and set your priorities straight. What do we really need? I don't think we need to try to impress other people. So you could do a financial fast for a day, for a week, for a month. Like there's no set time, but I think that it is important to do it for at least a month because it's a big shocker and you will be amazed at how much money you save during that month. The money that you do spend, you're going to spend it on food, housing, the utilities, and, getting back and forth to work or transportation in general. So you're not going to spend on going out to the movies, restaurants, shopping, clothes shopping, other things that aren't absolutely essential. So it'll help you develop financial discipline. And that is the number one thing that we need to get a harness on this. We need to get a harness on our finances. And we can do it. We can definitely do it. We just need that education. We need to know how, right? Because we're not taught that in school. So how I did it, I went out and, oh my gosh, probably for years actually, but I want to say at least for months and months, I was reading every single finance book I could get my hands on because I wasn't taught that. I wasn't taught anything about finances. Basically, the way I grew up, the money came in and you spent it. The money came in and you had your bills. Maybe you try to save a little bit of that money if possible. And then the rest, hey, it's yours. It's free. It's free. Do what you want. Then, of course, credit cards come along and then that's it. Then, we think about, we just pay it later. But that's not the case. So you are going to become financially disciplined and get your financial education at the same time. Now what I'd like to do is I want to go into some affirmations that will help you stop spending frivolous money and to save instead and to, be able to pay off those debts, be able to save for things that you truly want. So take in a nice deep breath and exhale. Very good. Feeling comfortable, feeling relaxed. I am in control of my spending habits. I am becoming disciplined with my finances. I choose to prioritize saving over unnecessary spending. I am committed to achieving my financial goals. I trust my ability to resist unnecessary spending and to save instead, to pay off any debt I have instead. I am capable of making wise financial decisions and saving money. I am empowered. I choose to let go of impulsive spending habits. I choose to use my money wisely. I am capable of making small changes in my spending habits to save more money and to pay off all debt. I am determined to create a secure financial future. I am becoming financially educated, and I feel good about this decision. I pay attention to the flow of money in my life. I am grateful for the financial peace of mind that comes with saving money and being debt-free. I am focused on my financial goals and choose to save money to achieve those goals. I am in control of my finances. I am creating financial abundance through disciplined financial habits. I choose to let go of unnecessary expenses. I am committed to creating a healthy financial future. I make wise decisions regarding my finances. I am creating financial stability. I make conscious spending choices. I enjoy saving money. I am worthy of financial abundance. I trust in my ability to save money and achieve financial freedom. It is easy for me to pay off debt. I am paying off debt faster than I ever imagined. I choose to pay in cash whenever possible. I am determined to make financial freedom a priority in my life. I am capable of creating a healthy financial future through consistent saving habits. I choose to let go of unnecessary expenses and prioritize saving. I am grateful for the financial freedom that comes with saving money. I am in control of my spending habits. I am focused on long-term financial goals. I choose to let go of impulsive spending habits. It is easy for me to save money. I am creating a secure financial future. I am worthy of financial security. Fun and joyful financial opportunities are always coming to me. I consistently make conscious and mindful spending choices. I consistently save money for the future. Abundance flows to me. I am committed to creating a healthy financial future. I am achieving all of my financial goals, including paying off all debt. I am excited to pay off my debts, one at a time, with the smallest one first, paying off more and more, and I can visualize being completely debt-free. I prioritize financial education and financial peace in my life. I am grateful for the financial stability and the peace of mind that comes with paying off debt and with saving money. I am focused on my long-term financial goals. I make conscious spending choices every day. I experience abundance in all ways in my life, and that starts with feeling gratitude for what I do have, for the relationships, for the people, for the abundance that I already have. And money just flows to me easily and effortlessly, all of the time. I have a generous heart, and money is all around me, flowing through to me very easy. Money is energy, and I attract that energy. I am abundant in all ways. I am worthy of living a life of luxury and financial abundance. I am financially secure or getting there. I am open to abundance from multiple sources of income in my life. I believe in my ability to create a life of abundance and wealth, and I am attracting that now. I am worthy of receiving unlimited financial abundance and prosperity. I am deeply connected with my divine self within, who already knows total abundance, total prosperity, total success, and total joy. I am deserving of the abundance and prosperity of all areas in my life. I trust that the universe has my back and provides for me in every single way. I am grateful for the financial blessings that come into my life every single day. I let go of fear and I embrace abundance. I am attracting unlimited financial abundance into my life with ease and grace. I make wise financial decisions. I attract financial abundance by focusing on my goals and taking action. I am creating a life of abundance and financial freedom. I am grateful for the financial abundance and prosperity that I already have, and all the more that's coming my way every single day. I live in abundance. I can see it in my mind's eye. I close my eyes and I'm already there. I spend time there every single day, knowing that this is the reality. It's already here. It's already now. And I'm tapping into it.